Hello everyone, I'm here with Dave Galakov, and today we are going to be talking about the Knicks win totals. Hi Dave, how are you today?
I'm good.
That's great, I'm happy to hear that. The New York Knicks managed to keep Carmelo Anthony but still made a lot of changes. Which direction is this franchise headed, up or down?
I think they're headed up, but it's a long-term up. You know, they have turned a corner, at least in the terms of, I don't think that, I think the pieces are in place that you know, they're going to start to make a turnaround. Phil Jackson is probably the right decision in the front office. I mean, it can't be any worse than some of the guys that they've had there over the last 10, 15 years. Phil Jackson, given his track record, really knows basketball. Derek Fisher in the long run, I think, will be a good coach. I think keeping Carmelo Anthony in the long run will be the right decision. So this team still has a lot of work to do, but I think they've laid the foundation to kind of turn things around and get things going in the right direction in New York.
And Dave, the regular season win total is set at 41. Do you think they go over or under?
I think they're going under. I think that, you know, 41 essentially means 500. I don't think this is a 500 team. I think there's still too many flaws in terms of defense, in terms of talent. I think they're thin up front, you know, particularly power forward and center. I think there's just, there's too many flaws all over this roster that's going to keep them from going 500 or better. On top of that, as mentioned, I do like a lot of the changes they've made, but whenever a team has a bunch of changes, there's a transition period. This is going to be Derek Fisher's first head coaching job. I don't think that he just walks in and turns this franchise into, you know, a winner, into like a really, I don't think he's going to prove that he's a great coach right off the bat. I think there's going to be a transition for him. We saw a similar thing with Jason Kidd last year. So I think, or Jason Kidd when he became a head coach. I think the same thing happens with Fisher. There's no guarantees he's going to be a great coach. I think there's going to be a transition period for him. I think there's a lot of changes on this Knicks team, and it's going to take them some time to gel. And even when they do gel, I don't think that they're going to be I don't think they're a very talented team or a very good team. So, I mean, a lot of negatives for them there. I think as mentioned, the foundation is there. You know, 1, 2, 3 years down the road, I think they'll be much better. But this year specifically, I'm going under the 41 wins.
And even in the weak Eastern Conference, you still think under?
Yes, I actually think this is one of the weaker teams in the Eastern Conference. You take a look at teams like Charlotte, probably going to be better. Milwaukee hoping to be better. You know, East is not the West, obviously, in terms of the amount of 50-win teams that there's going to be, in terms of quality, in terms of, you know, championship contenders. But the Knicks are still worse than the Raptors, still worse than Brooklyn, clearly worse than Chicago, clearly worse than Cleveland. You know, Charlotte is probably better than them. Who else? Washington. Detroit's probably on par. I mean, the Knicks are in the basement in the Eastern Conference, and I don't think that gets you 42 wins.
Okay, perfect. There you have it. Thank you so much, Dave, for your insights, and we'll talk again soon.
Okay.
For SBR Picks, this is Silvia.
The SBR network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.